Okay, so take a look, page 35, day 4.8. Read through the Ferris wheel example, and there are 3 numbers in that problem, and I want to see if we can figure out what those 3 numbers are representing.
I'm almost done. Just give me like 1 minute.
Okay. It's going to shut down at 11:25, just giving you a heads up. Okay, I'm going back between classes, guys. Sorry, I still got some kids taking quizzes in my other class. All right, so here we go. Let's start out with the first number they give me, which is 5 feet above the ground. That is my what in the problem here, that 5 feet that they tell me. Let's start this off right today with not here. Good start. How about 10? Caroline.
The minimum.
That's the minimum. Nice job, Caroline. So 5 equals the minimum. And on another note, Caroline, it was good to see you in Miss Coleman's tweet yesterday with the best buddies and the cake, the cookie decorating. That was good to see one of my kids there. So nice job. So the minimum is 5 feet. Good job, Caroline. Reaches the highest point of 130. Somebody let me know what that 130 is. Where are we looking? 5. Ella, good morning, Ella. What's that 130, Ella?
The maximum.
Good job. That's the max. And then maybe the trickiest one, to complete 1 full rotation is equal to 8 minutes. So what do I do with that 8 minutes? That's telling me the what here in this problem. If 1 complete rotation takes 8 minutes for the Ferris wheel. Ella, going back to you again. Go ahead.
8 minutes.
Yep, is what?
It's the period.
Good job. Period equals 8 minutes. All right, guys. So we got all 3 numbers and what they mean. Great job, all 3 of you, or 2 of you, excuse me. Now we got to find the A, B, and C value. All right, A, B, and C, we'll write the equation and graph it. Nothing new, right? Nothing new. All right, A value, talk to me. Tell me how to find A value. 12, here we go. Dan, how do I find the A value?
130 minus 5 divided by 2.
Max minus min divided by 2. Let me know that value when you get it, please, Dan.
62.5.
62 and a half. All right, we got the A.
It said just closed, and I was like literally writing my answer.
What's that?
I finished up the factoring one. It said it closed. I don't know.
Okay, you should be good now. I just put it 5 minutes more. You should be good now, Gideon. I just put it 5 minutes more, so you should get back to it and finish up.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
All right, moving on. Sorry, guys. This is remote learning at its finest. You guys always know I skip over the B value till last, so let's go C value. Some of you guys are getting ahead of me. Sorry. Here we go. 8. Colin, made an appearance. Did he make an appearance here? Nope. Okay, so here we go. Filling in. Let's go 5. Ella, last one for you. 3. Oh, Colin, where you? There you are, boss. I just saw the fro there popping up a little bit. All right, what do you got for me? What's the C value? How do I find it? Ella, you got lucky. You're on deck, though.
130 plus 5 divided by 2.
There you go. 130 plus 5 divided by 2. What do you got for me there, Colin?
Is that 67.5?
67.5. You got it. There's my C value. Remember, guys, C also means midline, shift. All right, Ella, let's roll. How do I find the B value nowadays?
So you do the period. So the period is 8. So then it would be 8 equals 2 pi over B.
Yes, yep, indeed. Go ahead, cross multiply for me.
So then it would be 8B equals 2 pi.
Yep.
And then you divide each side by 8.
Got
and
it.
then it should simplify down to pi over 4.
Good work. So B equals pi over 4, everyone. All right, good work, guys. Good work. Thank you. All right, let's write the equation now. and then we'll graph. So y equals your A value, 62.5. It's a cosine curve. Cosine B value, pi over 4. And let me stop here because when I was grading your assignments the other day, not that many of you, but some of you forgot to put in the variable. You have to put in the variable. Whether it's, in this case, it's t. If you just want to put x, that's fine. But some of you guys forgot the variable on your assignment a couple days ago. So please make sure you put the variable. In this case, it's t. If you put an x there, am I going to care? No, but there has to be a variable there. Close it, and then plus 67.5, your C value. So there's the equation of this Ferris wheel. Do you guys have any questions yet before I break bad news to everyone? Any questions on how we got A, B, C, or the equation? All right, here's the bad news. It's not fully correct. Our equation is not fully correct. Our A, B, and C values are, but this equation is not fully correct. Reread the problem for me. Ready? A person gets on at its lowest point. This is a cosine curve, isn't it? And where do you guys know the cosine curve always starts? At the max. But the person gets on at the lowest point. So what do I need to add on to my equation so it is now correct that we're going to start at the lowest point instead? Go ahead, anybody, chime in. What do I have to put on my equation now? I got to put a negative in front of the A value. Yep. So that's why it gets a little tricky now. All right, that's why it's getting a little tricky. I got to pay attention to actually what's being said in the problem, that I get on at the lowest point. But cosine, it starts at the max. Everyone all good? Okay, so let's go. Let's graph. X-axis, who's up? Who's going to take care of my x-axis here for me? 2. Isaiah's not here. 4. Here we go. Nick, good morning. You want to take care of, how are you going to take care of the x-axis for us?
We have to get the key values.
Darn right we do. Go ahead, talk to me.
It's the period divided by 4, so 8 divided by 4.
There you go. Everybody, period. I still got kids telling me B value divided by 4. Come on, you're better than that. Yes, Nick. Period. 8 divided by 4, so we're going to go by 2s. Only one cycle. Yeah, I love it. I love it when it's only one cycle. All right, Nick, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 2. What's next? 4. I know this is tough for you. 1, 2, 3. Next one.
6.
And last one.
8.
There you go. And at the period all the time. 2, 4, 6, 8. And y-axis. What are the, somebody's going to tell me, what are the 3 values that have to go on my y-axis now? Just tell me the 3 values. There are 3 values that need to go on my y-axis. What are those 3? 9. Hunter, what are those 3 values that got to go on?
You need 5, 130, and then you need 5. No.
I got 5 and 130. Min, max, and where else?
67.5.
Midline, aka your C value. Good, good. Everyone all right? Every time on the y-axis, your min, your max, and your midline, also known as the C value. Ooh, boy. Anybody want to help me out? Because I got to go to 5 to 130 on the y-axis. So I don't think I'm... What?
You said, will anyone help me out?
Well, let me finish first.
Sorry.
I can't go by 1s or 2s. All right, Caroline, what do you suggest I go by?
10.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a big 10 fan there myself. Here we go. So let's go by 10s. Again, you do not need to mark every single mark. Just first show me you're going by 10s, and then you can just do the values that you need. So 10, 30, 40, 50. I got to at least put 60 and 70 on for that C value. And then I'll go up to $1.30. 100, 10, 20, 30. All right, so you don't need to do every single marking. At least establish you're going by 10s and then get your min, max, and midline on there. All right, we just need the dots now. That's all we're looking for, the dots. I'm running out of colors here. All right. Who's got the points for me? Let's hear from, this is killing you. Can't even see the numbers, huh, kids? 7. Here we go. Will, tell me something about this cosine curve. Where are we starting?
At the
Cosine now. Cosine.
it's at the high point, right?
The max, but remember what we said. We get on at the lowest point, though. So where we get, what's my first point I got to graph? Usually cosine starts at the max, but I don't want to start this at 130 because it says in the problem, the wheel, you get on the Ferris wheel at its lowest point. So what's the lowest point on here?
5.
5. So we're starting this at 5. Then where's the cosine curve go, Will?
Midline.
Which was 67.5.
Yeah.
All right. Again, guys, I'm not looking for exactness. Just get it between 60 and 70 for me. All right. Now where, Will?
The max.
Yep. 130. Now, next, Will, where?
Back to midline.
Yep. And then where we end in this curve anyway.
Min.
Yep. There you go. And then we graph our little Ferris wheel. Okay, good job, guys. Good job. Remember, Ferris wheel, you can only get on at the bottom. Where else would something like this come up where maybe a cosine curve would start at the minimum instead? Let's say you're doing a high tide, low tide problem and you start at low tide instead of high tide. All right, so just another type of word problem where you may have to put a negative in front is a cosine high tide, low tide problem, but you're starting at low tide instead. You guys have any questions before we get to the last one? Okay, let's finish this up strong. A buoy. Everyone's seen a buoy up in the ocean. I don't know, lakes. I don't think they have them in pools, do they? All right, the thing that bobs up and down. All right. Anybody know what purpose a buoy serves? I'm legitimately asking. All joking aside, I have no idea. That's why I'm asking you. I want to learn what purpose a buoy serves. Okay. Good talk. All right. Never mind. I guess we all don't. We'll have to figure it out. All right. Anyway, it's bobbing up and down a total of 6 feet. Up, down, 6 feet. All right. So from the top of the wave, that's 3 feet below sea level, the buoy completes a full cycle every 12 seconds. Got it. All right. So we got some questions to answer here before we graph it. I like this question a lot because it does not come out to say use sine or cosine. That's our first question in A. Which one should we use here? Cosine or sine? And take a look from the top. Hey, this will help you out. From the top of a wave, 3 feet above sea level. What are you thinking? Cosine or sine if we start at the top of the wave? Guys, anybody want to chime in? Go ahead. I'll call on people in a minute, but cosine or sine curve here, if we're going to start from the top of the wave, we should use.
Cosine.
Why cosine, Caroline?
Because you're starting at the top.
Yeah, I'm starting at the top. There's only one out of sine and cosine that starts at the top, the max, and that's your cosine curve. So we're going to use cosine here. Excuse me. All right, next up, amplitude. You guys know amplitude is the same as the A value. We have a formula for that. Max minus min divided by 2. Do I have any of those values in the problem? Do I have the max or min in this problem? Let me ask somebody here. I do have one of the values. Isaiah, not here. 15, not here. Will, going back to you, do I have one? I think I have one of those values, the max or the min here. What do you know? Will, it goes to a height of what from the top of the wave? What's the height at the top of the wave? I couldn't hear you, Will, at all. Maybe this is me again. From the top of the wave, Will, how many feet above are we from the top of the wave? Am I the only one that can't hear, Will? Ha! All right, this happened second period. Be right back. All right, I don't know what the deal was. I don't know what the deal. Go ahead, Will, one more time here. What's the max here?
6 feet.
Okay, it's 6. 6 is the total, Will. All right, that's the total it moves. We're going from the top of the wave. How far is it above sea level?
3.
3. That's how high it actually ends. It goes a total of 6, and I'll show you where that 6 comes from right now. All right, so I got a max of 3 feet. Minus, they don't put the minimum here, but we can find it. Here you go, guys. Here's how I can find the minimum. Take a look. So we know it starts at 3 feet, goes down, comes back up, because it's a cosine curve. So everyone good. It's at 3 feet. It goes back down, comes back up, and ends up at 3 feet. But remember, it goes a total distance of 6. So I'm going to have to help. You guys got to help me out. What is this distance down at the very minimum here? Because look, let's say it was 2. If it was 2, that means it goes 1, down 1, up 1 for a total distance of 2. But I can't have, I need a total distance of 6 now. So what's got to be this minimum here that I go down and up the same number of units that total up to 6? Can't be a 2 down there. Let's see, can it be a 1 down there? Well, that would go 2 and 2, which is 4. I'm getting there. Anybody figure out what the minimum's got to be? What's up, Colin?
-3.
All right. Hold on. A lot of people say -3. Here's, ready, Colin? If it's -3, Colin, it goes 6 on this side and then 6 to get back up for a total of 12. All right, see that, Colin? Okay, so it does go 6 on one side, but then it would go 6 on the other to get back up to the top of the wave, so that would be 12 total. Anybody finding where I got to go to get to 6 total?
Would just be 0 then?
Now you got it, Colin. Yeah, it's got to be 0 now, because when I go 3 to 0, that's 3. 0 back up to 3, there's another 3 for a total of 6. All right, so it's going to be 0 for the minimum, right at sea level. Tougher problems now. So now, guys, your A value is 1.5. Are we okay on how I got the minimum? I knew the minimum had to be 0. That's the only way I'm going to get a total distance of 6. All right, what's the period here? Look through the problem. It says it right there in the problem for you. Here we go, Hunter. What's the period in this one?
Is it 12?
It is 12, yep. 12 seconds, everybody. The buoy completes a full cycle every 12 seconds. Now they're asking me to write the equation. Well, I can get y equals 1.5 cosine. I don't have B or I don't have C either. I don't have B or C, so I still got to find that. Your choice first. Your choice. B or C. Your choice. Ella, actually, you're done, Ella. Good job today. Nick, going back to you. You got your choice. You want to find B or C?
Let's do B first.
Whoa, big dog. All right. How do I find B?
Period formula.
12 equals what?
2 pi over B.
All right, cross multiply with me, Nick.
12b equals 2 pi.
Got it. 12b equals 2 pi. Yep.
Divide by 12.
Divide by 12.
Pi over 6.
Got it. B equals pi over 6. Good. All right, so let's go back to the equation. 1.5 cosine pi over 6. Put the darn variable there. X. All right, last part. Where's my C value now? Where's my C value? Keaton, here we go. 16. Help me out with my C value. How do I get my C value?
Max plus min over 2.
Okay, so 3 plus 0 over 2. What's your C value, Keaton?
1.5.
Also 1.5, same as the A. So plus 1.5. Good job. All right, so there's my equation. Time to graph. Time to graph this sucker. X-axis. Who's helping me here? X-axis. Colin, going back to you. Your last one here for today. Help me with the X-axis, Colin. What do you got?
You have to find the key values.
Okay, go ahead. How do you do it on this one?
12 over 4.
Okay,
So it's just 3.
going by threes. So you're good, Colin. Thank you. Good job today. 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 12. And y-axis. Y-axis. What numbers have to go on my y-axis now? 12. Dan, here we go. What numbers go on my y-axis?
1.5.
1.5, which is the shift, or the midline. Yep, what else? Midline, and then what other two values still have to go on there?
And then also
1 point. The midline always has to go on there.
so 1.5, and then
What other
maximum.
two? Max and min. So what's your max and min?
The max is 3 and the minimum is 0.
Okay, so I got to have 0, 1.5, and 3. So you guys space that out however you see fit. You got plenty of room to do it. Zero's got to stay 0, though. Just go by 2s here. 1, 2, 3. There is no need to flip this curve because it says from the top of a wave. If it said from the bottom of the wave, then yeah, okay, probably I would need to flip this cosine curve, but I don't. So one last person here for today. Isaiah getting off here. Anna, good morning. Here we go. Cosine curve, Anna. Let's rock and roll. Where do you want me to start?
3.
3. Then where?
1.5.
Midline, C value. Then what? Now where?
0.
C level at 0. Yep. Back to where?
1.5.
1.5. And then where are we finishing?
3.
There you go. That's the path the buoy travels. Just got to graph it in now. Done. All right, couple tricky ones. The first one was a little trickier because we had to realize we were getting on at the bottom, so we had to flip cosine. And then here, maybe the tricky part was finding that minimum value of 0, right? Because they did not come out and give it to us. Any questions from you guys? Or any big plans this weekend you want to discuss right now as a group? Get to know each other a little better other than just math. Any big plans? Okay. Great job so far. All right, I'm always going to reward you for putting in the effort I'm looking for. Please help me finish strong the next 3 days. You got practice Monday, review on Tuesday, quiz Wednesday. All right, you guys that still owe the Delta Math, let's get going here. All right, because it's going to be out of your mind sooner or later. All right, guys, great job. Have a great weekend. Try to do something fun. Take care, guys.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.